From time to time, someone will ask me for clarification between a hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, and an EV. So let's take a minute here. Two primary differences between the three types of cars. One is the size of the battery, and the other is whether or not the car gets plugged in. Now, a hybrid, like the RAV4 hybrid here, has a relatively small battery compared to the other two. It has the smallest of the three. And the battery is not meant to propel the car for very long distances. What the battery is meant to do is to supplement the internal combustion engine so that, for example, when you come to a red light, you don't have to idle. It just runs on battery. And at very low speeds in parking lots and driveways, you can move the car on battery instead of spinning up the engine. That's it. That's a hybrid. Now, a plug-in hybrid takes that one step further and says, well, what if you were able to fully charge your battery before you get going? Well, in a hybrid, you would get maybe a half a mile or a mile of range on battery power. So on a plug-in hybrid, they make the batteries much larger. And it's like a second fuel tank, if you will. If you just think of fuel as energy to propel your car, you have a battery that you use to propel your car. And some plug-in hybrids will get 25 or 30, 40 or 50 miles before the battery expires. But that's where the internal combustion engine kicks in. Because remember, it is still a hybrid, so it has a battery and an engine. So the great appeal of plug-in hybrids is that if you have a regular commute less than, let's say, 50 miles, you have a very strong chance of making it to work or back or both on full EV and use very little gas. But if you ever need to go farther than that, you still have the gasoline backup to make sure that you're not stranded. And then that brings us to a fully electric, battery electric vehicle, which has no internal combustion engine, and your fuel tank is the battery. The size of the battery dictates how far you can drive on the car, and and it's as simple as that. It's how big is your battery, that's how far you can drive. So those are the three primary types of alternative fuel vehicles. The hybrid, smaller battery supplements the engine. A plug-in hybrid, larger battery, can run longer distance on battery before the internal combustion engine kicks on. And the full EV that has no internal combustion engine runs entirely on electricity, and the range of the vehicle is dictated by the size of the battery.